Hi, my name is Haley Ball, and today I'm going to be talking about music for my TED Talk. Music is an essential part of our lives, and it is important to the development and health of our bodies, as well as creating our viewpoints. If you are someone like me, you can't go a day without listening to music, and even when you are not listening to music, you still have some song going through your head. Have you ever sat and wondered where music originally came from? Music feels instinctive, almost as if it has always been around. The earliest evidence of music goes all the way back to the Stone Age, using the original instrument known as Diviae Babe flute, and it is made of bare bone, and it has at least 43,000 years old. Since then, music has never stopped and is something that continues to prosper. Before the music that we have today, we heard sounds in nature and tried to emulate them. Our brains have very adaptive pattern recognitions. It's how we learn and survive. We even try to see patterns that may not even be there. It's called epophenia, and that's why we see faces in clouds and other things that you may not necessarily notice that you see. Your brain is trained to respond to emotional and international aspects of the human voice, which is an important factor in human biology. Making music is a universal human trait that goes back to at least 35,000 years ago. Humans created music for them to be able to express their feelings in an artistic way and generally make others happy. We all have our very own roles, and some create music, some sing it, some play it using an instrument, and some are even made to just listen to it. No matter what category you fall into when going over the topic of music, it is still something that is involved in our everyday lives. Personally, music is something that has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. Growing up, my dad would always play hip hop or rap music in the car, and that's where my love for music originated. For me, listening to hip hop or rap music has been very beneficial in many ways to both my physical and mental health. My parents had me doing hip hop, tap, ballet, and jazz throughout my years of being a kid, and totaling out to 8 years total of doing dance, along with a bunch of other extracurriculars. Nothing makes me happier than a good dance. In high school, I also took part in singing in choir for 2 years, and it was so awesome because I was able to learn how to control the way I project my voice. Although I didn't continue on with it throughout my high school years, it was definitely a great learning experience. Music is great because it comes in many different ways, shapes, and forms, and can then be utilized for many different purposes. I think it is very safe to say, though, that I may like music a bit more than the average person. And a day without music is a bad day, in my opinion. Some of my favorite artists include Drake, Lil Baby, Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, and many more. I listen to music on average for about 5 to 6 hours a day, especially if I'm at home. Music helps me truly relax and really gives me a moment of peace and helps me regain my thought to get from point A to point B. Since I work in a factory, they allow us to wear headphones while working, and it helps me get into the right mindset for getting my workday started and staying focused on the task that I was assigned. Not only at work, but generally anywhere, music helps me concentrate more for things like writing papers, cleaning my room, drawing, doing the dishes, basically really anything. Since I have ADHD, whenever I'm hyper, upset, or tired, music always allows me to either give in to those emotions or even just put my mind at ease. After using my sources, I found that music relies on structure and the use of rhythm and timing. Since ADHD often involves difficulty with tracking and duration, listening to music might help improve my performance in these areas, said Healthline. Okay. in these areas, said Healthline, sorry. Music is simply a very important force that drives me. I enjoy finding new stuff that I didn't know yet, whether that be old music from the 80s or something that is completely brand new. It all generally has value and purpose to me. There have been periods in my life where I listen to a variety of different types of music, and that's what makes music so interesting. There are so many different styles of music out there, and there's something for everyone. Music has impacted not only me, but the world. It can help heal, break down barriers and borders, and even educate people. Music can help promote and protect other human rights with the combination of the right lyrics, rhythm, instruments, and they can build a group identity and stir strong emotions, as well as even engaging audiences, encouraging people to take action. This makes music the perfect asset to social change. An example that I will continue to use is Lil Baby's hit song, The Bigger Picture. It is said that at only age 25, trap star Lil Baby is one of the most popular musicians alive, said by NPR. This song was created during the protests for George Floyd, and it was released on June 12th of 2020. In the song, Lil Baby shows unity with the Black Lives Matter protests, calling for justice against police brutality in the United States and systematic racism. The music video features footage of nationwide protests from the weeks over the killing of Floyd. Lil Baby was shown raising his hand in solidarity and wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. He rapped about destroying stereotypes and the paranoia he felt by young black men like himself when they see blue lights and sirens appear. One of my favorite lyrics from his song was, "It's bigger than black and white. It's a problem with the whole way of life. It can't change overnight, but we gotta start somewhere." I love these lyrics because they truly go deep in your mind, thus making you want to help the change in ending racism. This artist is someone who has openly spoke about dealing with racism in the past, and it's really nice to see people in the rap community trying to show that we want change through their music. There are many examples of music being used as a tool for social change around the world. This song was just a prime example of that. And then this was the slide with my favorite lyrics, and it just was going to explain what I just explained. And then to conclude, I can't think about anything that I have ever done that I don't associate with another song. Music describes the different phases that I've gone throughout my life. Music for me has just always been an outlet, and I have always had a love for music, not just songs, but I enjoy singing as well. So music is just something very personal for me, and I think that talking about the impacts that not only music has made on me, but others as well, is something that should be discussed. Although music originated long ago, it is something that continued and will continue to not only bring us joy, but educate us on what is going on around us in our world. Music is everything. And then it is an essential part for our lives, and it is important to the development of our health and bodies, as well as creating our viewpoints. And this is going to keep happening over time, as you see in generations. Like, this isn't just for our generation. Music has been something that has been impacting people for years, and it will continue to throughout generations, as we will see. And it's pretty cool to actually watch, like, the different trends in music that a lot of younger audiences listen to, and finding out what their favorite type of music is. And then for my references slide, I included 4 of my references on this slide, and I also added my references into the presentation when I was speaking. And hopefully you guys enjoyed my little TED Talk based upon my love for music, and thank you for listening.